What's up guys, Brad here from Piney Grove, and it is a steamy hot summer day here in North Florida. But we're out here on the farm doing some odds and ends, so I want to give you an update on our soybean field, so we'll get to that in a bit. I've got Bella duty, and if you don't know who Bella is, that's our youngest Brittany Spaniel, and I got to keep an eye on her because Deb's out on the zero turn doing some mowing because it's kind of getting late in the day to start a project. I asked her if she wanted to do some mowing, and at first she was like, nope, it's too late. And then she got thinking about how fun it is. She really loves to mow, and we bought that mower for her. And she changed her mind, and there she is. She hasn't mowed in a couple weeks, so she's getting familiar with the mower again. Told her to mow in that direction so that she doesn't throw grass on the road. Here out in the pasture, you can see it's nice and low. It's been clean cut. We just finished haying it this week, and now it's nice and low so we can actually see Bella. The biggest reason to cut the hay, of course, was so that our friend could have some hay for his horses. But the second reason is we need that pasture low so that Deb can see Bella when she's running around, because Bella will get out of view quickly, and it was getting hard to see her when that grass was tall. I'm trying to stay a little bit far away from Deb because she gets nervous if I get too close. And I'm apt to kind of give her directions, and she don't need directions on how to mow, but if I was over there by her, I might tell her do this part or do that part, and then that just makes her nervous. So it's better for the mowing, probably better for our marriage, if I just stay over here with Bella. That dog is nothing but legs. So in a previous video, we showed where Bella had actually caught a baby quail. So we had, this is the second year in a row that we've had a covey of quail hatch. But when I was mowing, I was worried about the quail, and up in that corner, when I mowed with the John Deere 5075 that we had, I actually flushed the quail, and it was 1 week later, and all of the little quail could fly, and they flew off. So we know at least 2 adults and 5 or 6 baby quail made it. They survived Bella. Deb gets a little nervous on this pond bank. You can see where I mowed with the sickle bar, with the hay mower. But what she's doing now is she doesn't want to throw grass on the road, so she's making her pass this way so that she has some grass to stop her clippings. Not driving very straight, is she? I think she got nervous right there. I think she got nervous with the slope. She's so happy, look at her. She's smiling, laughing. So much for a clean road. She just gave me the what do I do sign. I just gave her the I don't care sign. I told her to make a couple passes and throw grass towards the pond. And, well, you see what she did. Oh well, it looks good. That grass will blow off. I don't know how clear that came out, but she's very scared on that slope. It's not that bad. You can go down a little further with it, but she's just not used to it. One thing she said a couple times while she's been out here mowing is that it doesn't feel like work. It's a nice machine. It's got a nice canopy on it. It's got a pretty comfortable seat. She says she just really enjoys it. Does drive like she's a little bit drunk though, doesn't she? The dog never stops. Only time she stops is on the drive home in her bed in the back seat. There's Deb, grass seat in the driveway again. I took the zero turn off-road. When I say off-road, behind my parents' house, we have planted pines that we cleared with the excavator, and we brush hogged it a couple times. So I took the zero turn in there to do some cleanup, and it just totally wrecked the blades. So I sharpened them before Deb got on it today. So we're not gonna go into any brush or anything with it. Sharper we keep those blades, the more healthy our grass will be. And our beautiful fence where the deer jump over it, you can see where their back legs hit or their chest or something. You can see where it's bent right there. Time just gets away from us. We're weekend warriors, so we can only work, you know, Saturday and Sunday, or if we take a day off work. So I got this pile here, and I need to move this pile. And back there is our big pile. In the blink of an eye, while I was talking about that pile, Bella was 5 acres across the pasture. I literally lost her. I couldn't see her, so I vibrated her collar and she came back. So besides making this video, my responsibility is keeping track of her. This big pile over here is several years old, and there's a lot of dirt in it. As you can see, there's still some trunks of trees here. There's a pile there. There's a pile that's over a year old there. There's another pile back there, another pile back there. What I want to do is I want to take this pile and I want to mix it. And by mix it, I know that there's a lot of dirt in this pile, and there's also a lot of termites and just other things working on that wood there, making it rot and kind of break down. And I want to get in there and mix that dirt and mix it with that pine and pull off any like big trees or big stumps. There were some big trees in that pile, like 18 inches or so. So anything that hasn't rotted down, I want to start separating it so we can burn it. And all that is to create some sort of compost for our garden. Just get a lot of organic matter. And as we start thinking about, you know, raising vegetables and maybe some cash crops out here, we want to have just a big pile of compost. But you can look across our pastures, pretty green. There's a light green spot there. I don't know what caused that, but it all got fertilized this spring. We have a video out on that, but the way that we fertilize is we use our ATV and we put out a couple 100 pounds of fertilizer. And it probably needs a lot more than that, but because we're not, you know, in serious hay production and we're not, you know, trying to do this for a living, we're just trying to keep the grass healthy. We're not trying to maximize the yield out of it. The more grass we take off of this pasture, the more nutrients we have to put into it. So we're only gonna hay it one time, which we've done. And then we're just gonna let it grow. And then we're gonna come out here and mow it. Deb will mow with the 0-turn and I'll mow with the brush hog, and we'll just keep this mowed for the rest of the year. Ideally, we would have got a wider cut mower because that's a 54-inch diesel mower, but the 60 and 72 inches weren't available, and the ones that were available, not local, were like extremely high price, like $20,000. We're not trying to pay $20,000 for a mower. We're trying to do everything debt-free out here, so we actually bought that mower used. We may have to make another pass or two because it's not as wide a cut, but it probably saved us about $6,000 to $8,000, if not more. So that dust storm to the right of my white truck up there, that's Deb. And that's a new gravel driveway that's very, very nice and very white gravel. I wonder if it's covered in grass. She's just dusting it up. When I'm mowing, I try to mow as straight as possible. Just the way I am, I guess. Deb's not so linear, I guess. She don't care about throwing dust on my truck, does she? I think she kind of laughed when that grass hit me. Let's go check this white gravel driveway out. She mowed in here next to the shed. I don't see well, there's a little bit of grass here. Not too bad, it's not green. So this is our 1 acre field in the back of Piney Grove. And we got videos from where we plowed this field, dissed it, tilled it, planted it. I put up this free or really cheap deer fence. It's non-electric. And I think we're 6 weeks since planting, and our soybeans are about that tall, 12 to 18 inches tall. There's different levels of fertility in this field, and also it's got some dips and valleys and stuff in it, but all in all, it's looking really good. No fertilizer. Soybeans are a legume, so they make their own nitrogen from the air, so that's why they're so green. They still need a couple more weeks, then we'll take down this fence and then let the deer go in there and eat, and whatever the deer don't eat, we'll brush hog and incorporate in the soil, and that'll help us improve our soil, because one day this is going to be a field of watermelon or cantaloupe or cucumber or something like that. Bella's actually doing pretty good. While I was talking to you on the camera, she took off, and I figured I'd catch up with her. I've got her correction collar on so I can vibrate her from pretty far away. So I just hit the vibrate button and she came running back. This is the fence that Deb and I built this winter, and I think we took 10 days to build it. All those videos are out there in our catalog. It's looking real good. Real happy we got that done. That only leaves us with our east side to fence, and that's the whole length. So that's like, I don't know, 1,800 feet. It's a lot of feet. But that'll be this winter's project. I was thinking maybe this summer I'd work on cutting some of the trees and digging out the stumps and just preparing the fence line, so we're not trying to do it all over our Christmas break. But I don't think I'm gonna get to that. We can hardly keep up with the mowing. So Deb said she was scared to mow around the house. She wanted me to do all that, but she don't look too scared, does she? She's going to town with that mower. She did a video all by herself, and she talked about the fact that she's not a country girl and she never envisioned herself doing this. But for those of you out there that don't know if you'd like this lifestyle, that's a 100% city girl converted right there. She loves that machine. She doesn't mind our L3901. She uses it. She's fairly comfortable with it. But this machine here, this zero turn, as big as it is, you think she'd be intimidated, but she's not. A real dark area there. We think maybe because the septic area is right here, that there must be some vein that's taking moisture over to there. She gave me a look, kind of like, watch this, hold my beer, and just flip that thing around like a pro. I got you, babe, I got you. Okay, Deb, I've been telling them how much you love that mower, can't get you off of it, and also kind of making fun of you, so...
I know. So I knew he was going to make fun of me, and I saw that he was recording me. Well, I didn't want to blow grass on the driveway, but it seems like a waste of gas to have to come up to turn around to go the other way. He told me two things. Don't put grass where you have to mow again, and then don't put grass on the driveway. Well, I had to pick one. So I kept going back and forth trying to do both, but I couldn't. I did figure it out, though, later. I did figure it out, but that one strip by the pond, so yeah, I'm sure he had lots of fun things to say about me, but I got it done. It looks really good, so. And it's fun. It's so fun. You got to get yourself a zero turn because it doesn't feel like work at all.
That's what I said. I said that you've said, you know, the few times you've been using it, that it's kind of fun to you, and even though it's hot and it's humid here in Florida, you just have a good old time on it.
I really do. I wouldn't have stopped at all, except it gets a little, there's some obstacles in front of the folks' house that I don't want to go around. But I actually, if I had my music and I had to mow the pastures, I wouldn't care. I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, so that's what we ultimately want. We want her to be fine with mowing all of this. I thought Deb was going to get some footage of me mowing, but she took Bella into the house to see my folks. But I got the rest of the front of the house done. I did some over by the other side of the garden. And then back here, I did a little bit more in the front and also did a little bit more around the pond. And then I noticed the mower was just about empty on fuel, so I figured that was a good time to quit since I hear storm clouds or I hear thunder in the background as storms roll in. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Sure appreciate you guys watching. We'll put up a couple links to some of our other videos. But until next time, y'all take care out there. And remember, life's short, tractor hard.